1965, last Volvo PV rolls off the assembly line. At 3 p.m. on October 20th, 1965, the very last PV series Volvo drives off the assembly line in Lundby, Sweden. The car, a zippy black sport PV 544 with red interior trim, went straight to the Volvo Museum in Gothenburg. PV series Volvos had been in production first as the PV 444 and then as the PV 544 since 1947, and 440,000 sold in all. By the end of its run, the PV was old-fashioned looking. The company had made very few cosmetic changes in the last 2 decades the car had been on the market, but it remained a good, solid automobile. Above all, Road & Track magazine said in 1963, the Volvo PV 544 is such a practical car. Volvo's most attractive appeal lies in its solidity and its quality in every single respect. There is nothing slapdash or underdimensioned about any part of the car, and that is more than enough to compensate for any perceived lack of glamour. Volvo, the company's name is Latin for I roll, was founded in Gothenburg, Sweden in 1927 and quickly won a reputation for building sturdy, safe cars. After World War II, the company unveiled the PV 444. Between 1947 and 1958, it sold more than 200,000 of the diminutive cars, and it introduced the PV 544 in August 1958. The two cars were virtually identical. Both were slightly humpbacked and dowdy, except that the PV 544 had a one-piece windshield in place of the PV 444's divided one, a larger rear window, and bigger flip-out side windows, all of which brightened up the car's interior considerably. Neither model ever had 4 doors, right-hand drive, or an interior clock. Despite the car's anachronistic appearance, people loved them. A PV Volvo might have looked stodgy, but it did not drive it. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 13 seconds, could cruise comfortably at 70 miles per hour, and got 27 miles per gallon on the highway. The PVs were great family cars, but they were also powerful, sturdy racers. In 1965, for example, Kenyan brothers Joginder and Jaswant Singh won one of the toughest road races in the world, the 3,000-mile East African Safari Rally in their 1964 PV 544. Among other things, drivers in the Safari had to negotiate falling boulders, mud puddles, errant herds of buffalo, and giraffes blocking the road. Of the 440,000 PVs built, 280,000 stayed in Sweden. Most of the rest were exported to other European countries. In 1966, in place of the PV series cars, the company introduced the 144 sedan, the car that is the ancestor of the boxy Volvos seen today.